Hello, everybody. My name is Diana. I'm web accessibility consultant, and before that, I was working for many years as web developer in front end, and I have a master degree in bioengineering. So there is a mix of knowledge that I have and knowledge, and I really try to explain what is web accessibility in easy words, understandable from human perspective, and also sharing with you technological tips how you can become accessible in easy way. And today I prepared for you a very interesting video. So right now we will discover together French sites, most popular sites who have a lot of traffic and millions of French people, they use them. So we will see if they are adapted to accessibility guidelines, or if they are not adapted, then how bad it is. And for this purpose, I will use a special extension, web accessibility tool from Microsoft, Accessibility Insights. That's how it's called. You can check and you can try to use it for your website or for social networks, like to see if your content is accessible. It's a very interesting one and it's very easy to use. And right now I will share with you my screen. Hopefully it will work. And yeah, so I just decided to search in Google what is the top websites used in France. And here are the results. So we have, of course, Google, YouTube, Facebook on the first places, and Instagram. But I suggest that, I mean, for such international big companies, it's logical that they are quite good with accessibility. And so for this reason, I suggest to use for this video to check only French sites. Like for example, here we see Orange, Datefr, or Le Bon Coin, Datefr. As the person who already lived 9 years in France, I know what French people they use in everyday life, and like I don't use the site Orange, but I use the site Le Bon Coin. Um, it's very convenient if you have many things that you don't need in the house and you would like to sell them. Then you use this site. Then what else do we have? France TV Info, Datefr. So this is the website with the news and media. I'm not the one who used this site, but okay, Le Figaro. So this is one of the biggest newspapers in France, and I read it. So I also use this site. I know it very well. We'll not go through the next site in this video, but there is West France Datefr. So this is another news publisher, and I suggest to check these several sites. So 5 French sites with Datefr domain that have the most visibility and that are used by millions of French people every day. Okay, so we will start with Orange Datefr. So I will just open this site. So that's how it looks. Oh, wait, they actually go not to, okay, I will open it like this. Okay, so that's how the site looked like. Not like the link that they provided actually. It's something else. Okay, I just accept everything for now. And that's how it looks. So there are a lot of elements. I see that they provide the services. So there are different, like differentiated sections. This is good. They have their news section, and I can see that it's scrollable, the Meteo, but I don't see a pause here. That's okay. So here for the slider, they have a pause, but for the Meteo that it's changing, it's scrolling by itself, they don't have it. This is a mistake, and that's what I would notice as a web accessibility specialist. Then we go through, I think that they have a good color contrast on the side. The orange is good, but we can check right now just out of curiosity. So we can take a look. Yeah, it has, as you can see here, so it has 6.34. This is the color contrast, orange color on black background. And it's very good color contrast. It should be minimum of 4.5 for AA standard, which is mandatory right now. Yeah, but from accessibility point, I would say it's quite good. Let's take a look what accessibility insights for web will tell us. So according to automated checks, how many mistakes we have? We'll take a look. I don't know if you also can see what I see with the extension. Probably it cannot be seen, but we have 18 failed instances. And that's how the site look like with this extension. So there are a lot of problems here in the navigation area, and I will tell you what kind of mistakes there are. So we have a lot of problems with area roles. We have, like, for example, I was working with a startup to modify and to make it more accessible, and a lot of problems with navigation bar there were because, they have a list UL element in which they have a lot of div, which shouldn't be. There should be only like every element inside IL, a child of the element of the list. But many designers, well, web designers, they don't follow this rule, and especially when you have a complex site with a lot of elements and very customized menu, then in this case you will have div and other elements to make it look more interesting. So here we see the problems with the list. There is a problem with the presentation role conflict. Okay, that's what I see. And what is good? Oh, it's disappeared. I'll try to bring it back. Yeah, and what is good is when we just put the focus on the area, which is marked red, you can see what is the mistake. So like this, you can see that there is a problem with area about logotype, and here, like every element, it's about list item problem. Most probably they are not nested right. That's what I described. So, okay, we have 16 mistakes. So I will write down that orange side has 16 mistakes. This is not so bad. This is actually quite good. Now we will close this side and we will go to the next one. Le Bon Coin date faire. Okay, and we will take a look at this side first, and it's very important. The first impression. Do you like this side? Do you like what you see? Do you understand everything? This is, from the human perspective, very important. Not a single AI or software or extension can actually be the human eyes. The technology didn't develop yet, and human perspective on the site is very important. So we just take a look. I can see that there are different sections, and it's good that it's with photos, so you understand better. You don't need to understand the language. It's very nice. As the person who came in France 9 years ago, when I didn't know French, I would appreciate it. Then we see that there are examples of what people sell with the price section. A lot of cars. That's what I see, and big footer. Actually, even double footer, I would say. This is a lot. I'm not sure I've ever seen such big footer. It's actually quite interesting to see how it is on mobile version, because if you need to scroll down on the phone, such long footer, yeah. Well, at least there is actually no uh dark color side, like the second part of the footer is not seen, which is good, I think, because otherwise, well, for example, maybe if on iPad, maybe we see both of them. No. Okay, this is good. This is good. At least it's only for computer version, the biggest version. Okay. So yeah, that's how it looks. The second most popular French site. And now we will check it with accessibility insights for web. So I will just try the fast check of this site. It's scanning for a long time. Oh, but it actually says that there are 10 mistakes, some with the button name, so it doesn't have really a good text that should represent what the button where the button lead you if you click on it. There is a problem with the link names, color contrast, but we will take a look. So for example here, this is the color contrast problem. Let's take a look. Actually, I wouldn't say when I looked at it that there is a bad color contrast. Okay, but why they don't accessibility? So we cannot really check. Okay, but what I can do with you right now so that you can see. Okay, so this is the color that we have, and this is the background. And we just go and we'll try to check with such background and white foreground, what is the color contrast. And yes, it's true that it's 3.48, so it actually not good. It should be at least 4.5, the color contrast. Yes, so they have a problem. They are, yeah, a problem for readability of the site. So Le Bon Coin has 10 mistakes. So this is already better. Maybe we'll have a winner with 0 mistakes. I know the site actually, Amélie.fr, that I was checking, and it had zero mistakes that were automatically checked by Accessibility Insights for Web. But then when you provide a deeper check, that's where you find out that there are still mistakes. But today, just for the speed of this video, we will count only mistakes found automatically for the sake of time, because a deep check can go from several hours to several days of one page, depending on its length and complexity. Okay, so we check the second one. Now we will go to France TV Info. Okay, so I go to this site. That's how it looks. So I think it's the TV channel. I might be wrong. Um, but I think it's about TV channels. Okay, so I see that there are a lot of it's a little bit too much for me. The way how I understand that it's a news and media publisher, but there's a lot of information for me, a lot of text, and I would like different background at least, so that for me visually they are more separated and I can differentiate better what is the part of the website I'm looking at. Everything has more or less the same background, and this is not easy. Okay, so here we have different background, but then we come back like here, for example, we see there are 3, even 4 parts. Like there on the left we have sections, on the right we have actualité, so the news, current ones. Then we have the meteo, like they are small square sections, and you don't really understand. It's moving too fast. They are too small, I would say. Here, does it move? So you move, it moves on the scroll. Okay, but it doesn't move automatically. That's good. Um, okay. So this is about news. Okay, but there's a lot of information. And here, this part, l'actualité près de chez vous. So yeah, 3 in 1. It's for sure TV channels. But so you can choose the news according to the region where you live. And this seems very nice so that you're not lost in all the news. But again, like you have four columns, and then they become four columns but smaller because they move the text. And I mean, I a little bit don't understand why it's smaller, and then we go completely to the text without images. It's a little bit confusing. I don't understand, like, for me, logically, if the first column is about Guadeloupe, the second one represent Normandy, so all the news that are under it, they're smaller. They should be inside it, so they should represent this region. That's how logically I would think, but that's not how it's shown. And then we go even to smaller ones, like just the text without images, and it's completely from different regions. So it's a little bit messy, in my understanding, but this is just my personal understanding. Um, Okay, so here I would say that I like much more here how they have rubric, different types of news. So about sport, so we have big one, the image, then on the right, several, like four other images with some text. This I like much more. It's so much easier to read. Then we have culture. Yeah, like it's so much easier than the previous one. Just take a look in comparison. I don't know. Please write me, like, do you feel lost when you look at the screen right now with so much text? Like, whether you understand French or you don't understand, you are getting lost. Just to read all this, it will take at least 10 minutes, which is crazy. That's why they have a filter, so you can choose what you want to read and how much information you want to see. But here I like this. I like this section very much. The way how they represent. Oh, this is a lot of text. I don't know how actually they do with alternative text. Like, for example, if they put, well, this is the video, but if they have the description for the image part of this video with such alternative text, this is a problem. Okay, so we're moving. Yeah, we still didn't come to the end. Okay, les archives and l'application. I quite like the footer. It looked very good. I would say that it's amazing. So first, they concentrate on providing you information about their application, the app of this news provider. Then we change the background and we just talking about, okay, subscribe for getting more news from us par mail. Then the social networks. So we have like very much centered information, not too much. And I can say for sure that it's accessible. I can see the colors, how much it can be read. And then we go to the last section, the third one of the footer, and everything is very balanced in this part of the site. But let's take a look what we can see using accessibility insights for web. So I use fast check just to see quickly what are the possible mistakes that it finds. Okay, so it shows me that there are 38 mistakes I've found. And some of them, they're the problems with the list, some with the frame title, button names, and problems with the area attributes. So let's take a look. They should show us, mark in red, where there are mistakes. Oh, it's actually with the section that I liked. This is not good. But maybe it's about the list problems. Yes, it's list items. Yes, so it's the way how they structurize the list items. Even though it look good from the technical perspective, it can be bad. And why it is important? It is important because for people, for example, for those who use screen readers, people who have visual difficulties, or people who have mental difficulties understanding visual information. So for those people, for some people, they need to hear information instead of reading it. And there are such devices as screen reader, which can read information from the side and if it's not structured right, then the people will not understand the information from the site. So in order to be accessible, you have to really do it according to the rules of accessibility in order to be accessible for everybody. Okay, so yes, and it's all in my favorite area of the site, well, except footer, of course. Okay, and what is here? So the filter, there is a problem with the filter. Okay, so we have a problem with the area attributes. Maybe something is missing in the filter where we can choose the region about which we want to read. Okay, is there any problem with the navigation menu? Yes. So the button name is missing. Okay. Yes, but according to how many elements there are on the page, on the main page of this site, and how much information it contains, actually, I would say it's not so bad. Could be worse. But we have overall 38 mistakes for France TV Info.fr. I'll just write it. 38. So that we have our top 3 best accessible, best websites from accessibility perspective. Okay, this I close. Now we go to Le Figaro. This is the biggest or one of the biggest newsletters in France. I also like to read it. And here, like, for example, I like, well, just the top of the site. I would say I like. First, I see that the blue, well, the white text on the blue background, dark blue, it's readable. I'm almost 100% sure that it has good color contrast. And right now we'll be able to check it. I like that it's like we have a central part with the text, with the big photo, and two columns on both sides. I like it. And I like that there is a small button where you can listen to the radio of this newsletter. I like, yeah, well, it's not too much messy right now. For now, at the beginning when you open. Okay. Yeah, I like that they put, so they put the news and then with the renewal about what's happening, so they put the time and there are new facts that appear about it. That's really nice. I really like it. And we have lines, so it's less messy. We see the structure. Say, okay, this finished. Even though maybe it would be better like with other background, still we understand where we are. I hope for mobile version we also have a good structure and understanding. Okay, now we have big button, well, long one rather than big, but I would say that the height is quite right. Why it is important? It's important for users with uh, physical problems, for example, with Parkinson's disease. In this case, for people with this disease, their hands are shaking. So it's harder for them to click on the links, on the buttons, on all the interactive elements. And in order to make it easier for them, you need to make interactive elements as big as possible. And here is quite right. Okay. Yeah, and I like that we have like some images, we have texts, we have the videos that start automatically. Let's close it. Okay, so we can close it easily. That's great. We have also like question of the day with the voting. I mean, okay, so that's nice. We can vote. So there are different activities, and you see that it's not so big or there are not too many of it. We just have a glimpse of something, and if we click, we get more into this and uh, do some action. Okay. Yeah, but it's a little bit strange also that we have like the right side is completely white. Oh, okay. So that when they are putting video, so when you're scrolling, they are leaving the white, the red, the sorry, the right part of the site empty so that you can watch the video or you can follow it while you're scrolling. Okay, Now I understand. Not so easy, but quite clever, I would say. When you understand, then you understand. Oh my God, but it's very, very long. Okay. Yeah, I like that we understand that we're in another section and the design, the videos of the day. This is quite nice, I would say. Then we continue. Maybe, yeah, now we have the video. Yeah, I would say that I like the structure of this site. It's very interesting. And so we can scroll or we can scroll here. It doesn't go automatically, which is important. Um, okay. So we go, yeah, it's quite logical, but it's so long. Um, okay, I don't know when we're gonna go to the end of the footer of this site. Okay. Wow, this is complicated. But here, like you can see how they did the different types of not elements, but the types of news, like here the science and health, sport. Like you can see that, okay, there is one image and then like I think it's the image of the first news and then there are just several texts, but they're connected to it. So we understand that like, okay, if I want to read more about this, it's when I click on the title and when I put the focus so it changes the color, or I can go oh, yes it went or I go to one of the news that are under this title and it's all connected. So yeah, but the footer is uh, very long. Yes, the footer I prefer from the previous side, but the rest I prefer from this side, the structure of the main page. Okay, this was very interesting to see, and now we'll check how many mistakes this website contain, at least from uh, automatically detected mistakes. Okay, so let's see. So it has nine mistakes. It has mistakes about the nested interactive elements, alternative text for the images, some problems with the button names because it doesn't have text that really describe what is on the button or on the image that represent the button. They have a lot of problems with the area attributes, with the buttons or field name. But overall, there are nine mistakes. So yes, for such big site with so many elements, it's not so good. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Could be worse, but it's important to remember that it's only automatically detected mistakes. So Le Figaro, I will write down that it has nine mistakes. For now, it's the best site. And now we will check the fifth site, one of the most popular. So what it is, the next site, it's West France. Okay. So this is another news provider, and here we will check. Um, we will check. I'll just close that they suggest straight to connect to your account. I don't know how it works actually. If I go again here. Okay, I closed it so I cannot check, but it's interesting where the focus goes first when you open the site. For many people who use the keyboard, it's important, like we need to see whether we can skip this function or we are there. And sometimes we get stuck in this element, so we cannot, we get trapped, the focus gets trapped, and we cannot move further on the site, which is a big mistake. So maybe later I will check this site. Please let me know if you're interested that I provide a deep analysis, and like this I can make a keyboard analysis whether the focus is working, it's not trapped anywhere, and all the buttons, they can have a focus on it using the keyboard. So here right now, like okay, so I guess it's the latest one. Yes, the latest journal that they show. It's quite interesting that you can see the miniature version of the latest newspaper that they published. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure, but it's probably not accessible, this color. Well, we can check right now. Like according to how it looks, I don't have a good feeling, I would say. Yes, it's you can see that it's 2.41, the color contrast. It's very low. It should be at least 4.5, and that's what can be seen already before we move down. Okay, here, so we have the main section, so the most important news. Then on the right, what's going on, and we can choose like which region. This is quite nice that you can choose, but I don't understand why just three. Where is the like Paris, for example? But still, it's quite nice. And then we move forward, and we have different background for the news, for the other section of the news. This is very nice and understandable. The structure is quite nice. Here it's three columns, and we also have the underline that goes after each news, so that we can separate better with our eyes what we're reading, what we're concentrating on. And here it increases. There are four. Then we move back to the structure that we had. This is quite nice. So they had a miniature version of other journals and magazines that they publish, the videos. Okay. Yeah, that's nice that it's so these are podcasts, these are videos. Oh, it's very sensitive for the click. Okay. Yes, the newsletter, the most popular news. This is quite interesting. I didn't see it on two previous sites, but it could be nice to see what are the most popular news that people read right now. But they actually don't write like for which period. Is it the most popular news today? Most popular news of the week or of the month. I guess as there are so many news coming, like the news providers, probably it's today. But I would like to know here, it's not enough information. Like I don't understand what precisely it means. I would like more precision about this part. Okay, there is some shopping, tourism. Okay, well, this is nice. Yeah, so you can open to follow and you can see the focus. But when we put the focus on this interactive element, you can see that it become gray. So it was darker when the focus was not on it. And when we put the focus on the element, it become lighter. This first, the color that it becomes is inaccessible on such a background. I'm quite sure. Second thing, it's not logical. Usually when you put focus on something, it should become brighter. It should be like, okay, there you are. It should bring your attention to this element, even if you don't know precisely where the focus is. You should be able to see it, especially for people who have visual disabilities. Like for some people, it's hard to see with low contrast. And it's not just for old people, it's for people who have more serious diseases. But to really see where they are on the side, it's important to provide good contrast. And here it's even unlogical from the perspective of the person like me who doesn't have any visual difficulties. Okay, so we go here. There are three structures. Okay, economy. I would say it's quite nice. I like that there's just one news. Well, here there are three news. Okay, yeah, they have three news. Like, I think it doesn't need to be like five news under the title, under the section. Three is enough, and then you can just open and read. But here again, it becomes I'm quite sure that on the focus in CSS code, they chose non-accessible color, and I don't understand. Like, okay, if it would be light gray and it become dark gray when there is a focus, but opposite, it doesn't make sense for me from logical perspective. Okay, here we see. Oh, sorry, it's really fast. Oh, it's actually went up, but I didn't. There is a button. I didn't press the button to go up. Well, this is long. I understood that they're all very long. Here, like, I don't understand why they didn't make it full width. The section about sport, like, it's empty on the right, and we don't have, like, for example, only Figaro, we have the video. So it at least makes sense that we have a empty part on the right. But here there is no information, nothing. So it seems like a problem with the structure of the site. Okay, here everything is wide, like full width of the page. I like here the structure. Yeah, there are a lot of elements. Here I also would say that it's strange. This white, like it's empty part on the left, you can see. Yeah, but the footer is nice. It's not too long. I would say this is good part. But the best footer that I've seen, it's this site, France TV Info.fr. Um, this for sure was the best. Okay, let's take a look. We will try to check automatically with Accessibility Insights for Web these websites. Da-da-dum. How many accessibility problems it has? Oh my God, it has 151 accessibility mistakes. That's a lot. And they are all connected to images. There are no alternative texts for images. All of them. Oh my God, 151. That's a lot. Every image on this side has a problem. But what kind of problem? Like, for example, when we click, we can take a look closer. We can take a closer look at the problem. Okay, so we can inspect the HTML, but let's take a look. Where is alternative text? Oh, they don't have at all this. Oh, yeah, I don't see any, like, I don't see an element alternative text at all. Yeah, this is the problem. And I can explain what is the problem. Maybe, well, actually, everybody, any of us, had a problem with internet, for example, slow mobile connection or slow internet connection at your computer. So in this case, the images, they are not downloaded. And if you don't have alternative text, then the image, there will be symbol of broken image, and you will not know what it was on the image. If there is alternative text, then it would be described. Oh, I didn't touch again anything but on the side, so it's renewed automatically. This is a very big mistake, very big problem. Like for people, like some people with disabilities, they need more time to read it. If it's renewed automatically, this is a very big problem. So they will be brought in the in the beginning of the site automatically, and they will have to go all over from the beginning to the place where they were, if by that time they again were not renewed. This is a big problem. Sorry, I just I just saw this, and I was talking about the alternative text and why it's important. So we need to have a text that describes what is on the image. It's whether for people who use screen reader, and the screen readers, they are reading what is on the screen. They are reading, so they cannot read the image if you don't describe what is on the image. Alternative text, that's what tells people who use screen reader what is on your image. And as we can see, there are like over 150 images that don't have any alternative text. I would say it's a very big mistake, and it's rightfully that this website has 151 mistakes, and it's by far the least accessible website among those that we checked today. So this is West France. I will just write, and it has 151 mistakes. Okay, so we checked the 5 most popular French websites with the domain .fr. And the results are, so Orange Date Faire, it has 16 mistakes. Le Bon Coin Date Faire has 10 mistakes correlated to web accessibility. France TV Info Date Faire, it has 38 mistakes, even though they have amazing footer. Le Figaro Date Faire has 9 mistakes, and West France Date Faire has 151 mistakes. So the winner is Le Figaro Date Faire. It has 9 mistakes correlated to web accessibility. And this is bravo. This is very good. On the second place, we have Le Bon Coin, which has just 1 mistake more, so it could be our winner potentially. And on the third place, we have Orange Date Faire, which has 16 mistakes correlated to web accessibility. So I shared with you a little bit how it is, what is in which state most popular French websites are about web accessibility. And I also explained more what are the mistakes, what it means, and why it is important. And I hope that you like the video. Please subscribe and like if you liked, and you can write me in the comments if you have some ideas of the themes that you would like me to make videos about, if you would like me to share my experience or my thoughts, or to check some other sites. Thank you very much for visiting my video, and I hope to see you next time.